Greetings, meatbags and bots. I am here to deliver a message to someone who is almost as out of touch with life as Chancy Pants is. This is Darkside Phil. Many of you may have heard of him. Phil says he is a professional video game player. Somewhere out there is a quote from him saying he is expected to be able to pick up a controller at any given moment and be good at any game. According to him, he was at one time the best in the United States at a particular version of Street Fighter II. 10 or so years ago, he was popular, had sponsorships, and was invited to panel at live video game events. Yep, if you ask him, he's just an old-school gamer, using his talent to support his family. He does this by receiving donations for his gameplay and chill, fun personality. Remember, this is all according to Phil himself. Let's look at a recent stream to see what he actually offers.
Base topics during them. I like that about them. So some of you will be here to hang out while others will be here to talk about the game. I like that mix. Please support the stream tonight. That's another thing about the Street Fighter streams. Not only are they getting very repetitive and boring because the game is terrible at Master Rank, but also, the support was awful. This is the second straight Street Fighter 6 stream that support's been pretty bad. So, I don't know what else to say. I guess people are tired of Street Fighter 6. I don't know, I guess we're gonna have to go back to either rotating characters around or I don't even know what.
Suggestion. Hey, Phil, have you ever considered that maybe, just maybe, people are getting tired of you? As we shall see, you've got a rather high opinion of yourself and no self-awareness.
So it is what it is. If anything, what I've kind of exposed is that the game isn't very good at a competitive way, unless you go to offline tournaments. Online, it's just not good. Too many idiots doing exactly the same gameplay. It just makes it so boring at top level that you just don't want to play it anymore. So...
Observation! Truth time! Remember how Phil claims he was once the best in the United States at a certain version of Street Fighter II? Phil's claim is based on his performance in one tournament, where he finished in 3rd place. Wait, what? How can he say he was the best in the country while finishing in 3rd place? Simple. The dudes who won 1st and 2nd place weren't from the United States. Or at least that's what he said. We have no way to confirm, however, there is such a thing as Asian Americans. Regardless, this fact shows us something rather important about Phil. Even at his best, he was still number 3. Flash forward to today. Phil is talking about Street Fighter 6, a game he plays online with folks from around the world. Whereas that tournament he, quote-unquote, won might have had 100 or so competitors. Phil is facing thousands, maybe tens of thousands. Some people live to play this game! While Phil may play for a couple hours every day or so, the people I'm talking about put in 6 to 12 hours. These are the competitors he's facing at master level, and as a result, he's been getting his ass soundly kicked. It should be obvious, he's simply gotten as far as he can, and the players above him are just better. And that is part of what makes Phil a lol cow. He will blame anything but his own limitations for losing. And he does it with salty rage.
That's life, I guess. People take the easy way out and do easy things to try to get ahead because they're dumb. No brains, no originality, no desire to better themselves. So it ruins everything, including competitive fighting games online anyway. So, it was a slow stream for support. I didn't even hit $30. No. So, if you could support the stream tonight, I'd appreciate it. I always try to hit the tier 1 goal of $50 on any stream. It would be great if we hit it tonight since I didn't do it earlier. You guys know the deal with the rewards. If we haven't hit $100 tonight, that would be great because then I would wear a hat. And, there's so many hats that fit Stardew, including the straw hat for farming, the fisherman's hat for fishing. Someone actually said in the game later on, you can actually get a knight's hat too, which I didn't even know. That's kind of neat. Also, a quick reminder, tomorrow we're doing a new game. Tomorrow we're trying this Kumitsugami game. Whatever it's about, we're trying it tomorrow on the day stream. It is a Game Pass release tomorrow, so we'll see what it is. See if it's any good. Everyone says visually it's great, but I don't know what the gameplay is like. Visually I'd love to see it. I'm gonna actually play it 4K on my Xbox Series X. Hopefully it runs well. So that would be nice. But I wonder, if it's something that's as fun to play as to look at, right? I guess we'll see. And again, tomorrow night we're doing Friday Night Fights, but we're not doing rank play. I'm actually gonna do a lobby with Brian. We're gonna play all different characters against each other for variety. All right, well, this is a good opportunity to split apart. When I come back, we'll have another hour here with Stardew Valley. I hope that you guys are enjoying. I will see you soon. Okay, I have to pee, so if you don't mind, I'm just going to run and use the restroom. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue, guys. Now, guys, listen. Earlier today, I had an incredibly slow Street Fighter stream. I didn't even make $30. Here we are, halfway through Stardew, and we're stacking up to have another incredibly slow stream. I don't know what's going on. These streams were doing well. People were liking them. People were supporting them. I didn't change. It's the content's still the same. It's good. I don't know what to tell you. If you could support tonight, I would really appreciate it. It would be great to not have an insanely bad day. So if you like the stream, please support it in some way. I'll be right back.
Phil, think about this. If you are correct and nothing has changed, how do you explain the drop in support? It's either the game, you, or possibly both. Now he's about to discuss losing one of his dents. Phil's supporters are known as dent heads. or dents for short. Why? Because they claim to genuinely enjoy Phil. The number of dents has been steadily declining, while the number of detractors, or people who don't like Phil, has increased. I mean, Phil, look at this. We know meatbags need to eliminate waste occasionally. Why do you leave the chat on a pause screen? If you gave half a crap, you'd have some shorts made for times like this.
No, there's... I love the excuses. Oh, I heard there's an internet outage across the country. That's probably why. No. No. That's not why.
Actually, Phil, if your dents can't get online, they can't watch your garbage. So that could very well explain lower than normal support. Of course, you're probably right. Check out the next day's stream. So yeah, probably not the big internet outage. The question becomes, if not that, what else, Phil? Maybe people only show up to watch you rage lose.
It's not why it's a slow day. There's no internet outage all day. Yes, I'm sure. That's, of course, what it is. No, I'll be honest. We started playing this, 3 weeks ago, a month ago? And I think it was something fresh and interesting and cool when I started playing it, right? And I still like it a lot. I'm enjoying how we're in the 3rd season. And it's still new stuff being added and stuff. But there was a few people who really liked it, but first were coming by every stream supporting it, and they stopped. You got one person who sadly is a very impressionable, gullible person, gets messaged by one of my detractors and immediately must feel special that someone's going out of their way to message them, believes every word the detractor says, and then literally says, I'm going to now do everything I can to hurt Phil and his viewers and stuff. It's like, what? What is your problem? You're nuts. Like, if a detractor messages you and you change your entire attitude towards someone, literally because someone sent you a DM, you should probably seek medical help. Like, speak to a professional about that. If you're sitting here enjoying the content and...
Background information! Jordan was a dent. Duty Streams, who we want to give a big shout out to for this video, and his awesome coverage of the pig roach. Side note, Duty, you have the best intros, by far. The Chris Chan trying to stop Darth Vader. Perfection, digression arrested. Back to why he is mentioned now. It seems Duty had some DM correspondence with Jordan, and now Jordan has seen the light, healed his dent, and fully embrace the detractor point of view. Phil is going to now talk about this in the only way Phil knows how. Whiny bitching and ridiculous cope theories.
We have a good rapport, and we're hanging out, and you like everything I'm doing. Just because someone messaged you with a bunch of slanderous lies that you believe because you're gullible, like you should go seek professional help. So I think that's what happened. There was a couple people who really liked this, and they supported it at first, but, they're not going to be here every time. And then there's 1 or 2 people who, sadly, a lot of people, my detractors really want to try to create drama for me. So what they do is they go out of their way to try to make supporters not like me anymore. So first they try to essentially recruit them, and if they can't recruit them, then they harass them, dox them, and do other underhanded awful things, So I think that's what's happened, sadly, with the Stardew streams. If you remember, when we started playing this, a month ago or whatever, these were my most supported streams I was doing. Remember that, right? I was making like tier 2 tips goals every night. These were like my big things while I was playing other games that weren't doing so well. This was actually supporting everything. Now it looks like it's completely flipped. And if that's the case, then I probably can't play Stardew that much anymore. Like, if we're going to have nights where I'm making $15 an entire night, then I have to play other games. We have to move on. Okay? So let's see how it goes for the rest of tonight. Certainly, I hope it picks up. I don't know if it's going to. But if it doesn't, then we have to reevaluate. We just have to. We have to start doing different things. Yeah, I know. It's sad because I hate to say it. I'm not doing anything. If you haven't noticed, I'm doing the same content. I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm having a good time. We're interacting. Other people's attitudes change because of outside factors that I don't control. The quality...
We know you haven't changed, Phil. We know. What has that gotten you? You haven't competed professionally in over a decade by our count. You are the basic equivalent of that guy who sets up a guitar outside a Starbucks, then hassles passers-by to throw some change in your guitar case. The only entertainment you provide a fully brained meatbag is your delectable salty rage at losing. It takes a special kind of man to think other players are engaging in winning tactics and not use them yourself. You might as well be saying, this game is bullshit because I don't like how it's played. It rewards bad techniques, but I'm gonna keep playing anyway.
The stream has not gone down. I haven't streamed less frequently. In fact, it's stayed, despite the fact that I have a lot of stressful things going on in my life right now, I've stayed consistent with the content I'm putting out. I've done my best. Yeah, there's been a few times when I had to shuffle things around, but I'm doing my absolute best to try to stay here and be here and put out the content that you guys have been asking for. And like I said, at first Stardew, everyone loved it. So what happened, right? How do you get such a flip where now it went from the most supported stream I was doing all week to this? And by the way, if you remember, I didn't take advantage of that either. Like when at first it was doing super well, I was like, now I could easily just play Stardew nonstop like every night, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to milk people for support just because it's doing well. We're going to have a balance. And that's what I did. Right? I had nice and balanced over the course of the month. That way it wasn't overload. It didn't feel like I was trying to take advantage of anyone. You know, I was trying to be fair. You know, I don't know. I guess being a nice person and trying to do the right thing always blows up in my face. Right? Maybe I should have just played this nonstop. Right? Since now, it looks like it's dying out. It sucks. I like this game. Don't get me wrong. I really like it. But just to forewarn everyone, yeah, I cannot have a game where every time I play it, I make 10, 15 bucks. You know, and that's why with Street Fighter, it's also looking like a Street Fighter. You've hit that point. It looks like that might have to be phased out a bunch too and find other things to do. You know, and it sucks. Like Street Fighter, like I gotta do things that are gonna pay the bill. This isn't just my hobby. This is also my job. I have a family I'm trying to support. I have to be doing the right thing for everybody. You know. So Stardew was for a while, but now it looks like sadly things are changing. You know, and that's not good. I like the game, but this is why games get phased out and stuff. You know what I mean? This is exactly why. Okay. All right, let's continue. Receive a tip. A $10 tip. Thanks for nice chill vibes. Thank you for the biggest contribution of the night. And I like late night chill streams. I really do. I think that these are nice, especially today. You know, I had a very stressful day trying to play Street Fighter. This is a great unwinding for me. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. You know, I think, here's the truth. I think just like everything. When this was fresh a few weeks ago, everyone was into it, everyone loved it. But now those people, you know, maybe have enjoyed it enough and they watch it on demand later. Maybe they're just not around to support it. I don't know. You know, I'm just speculating. I wasn't holding it. It's stuck at the top, and I wasn't doing that. I don't know why it does that sometimes. I think if you like touch the top, it just sticks or something, because I couldn't release. It wouldn't go down. Well, for those of you who have chilled tonight, thank you. I did enjoy the stream, and it did relax me a bit after the stress of stuff going on in my real life and also with Street Fighter earlier today. This was still a relaxing stream. It would be nice if we could get the support back that we had for it, but I guess not.
Oh yeah, watching you fish. This is content said. Nobody ever.
Gotta be doing stuff that people are gonna show up and support, so probably, I'm thinking maybe we don't even do this again this week. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how things go this week with everything else. Ooh, we got an albacore tuna. That's cool. Considering that, again, we're getting way less attendance and support for Street Fighter now. Maybe we're going to cut down on that, too. Maybe it's time to start looking for new stuff. Again, there's many things we could have been doing new. We kind of opted out of doing new stuff because people like the stuff I was doing, but now it looks like, sadly, that is ended.
Phil, talking about no support in front of the dents, is a lot like talking about being disappointed in your sex life. In front of your wife! And to the audience, I just want to say, warmest greetings, meatbags. It is I, M Cubed, in my new favorite voice. Back to you, Phil. In like the last 10 minutes, you've brought up support around 5 or 6 times. For the love of Christ, that's like a mention every 2 minutes. Who the hell wants a guilt trip every 2 minutes? Not much of a gamer myself, though I would crush you at old school Kid Icarus. But it's hard to see why folks should pay you to bitch about playing a boring game, considering the thousands and thousands of alternatives out there. I mean, the best I can come up with to explain the support you do get is pity or brain damage.
Actually, that's not true. Yes, Jordan was supporting this game at first, but only that first week. Like that first week, Jordan was here, he tipped a bunch, then he got into that cheer war. And since then, he actually wasn't supporting it at all. He wasn't even showing up. This game was doing well even after Jordan stopped showing up. Tonight is the first night significantly that, like, for some reason, support has been real slow. This is literally the first time. As much as you want to say that and try to, oh, this is why, this is the justification, it's not really true. This is like everything. I've been playing this for a month now. We're over 20 hours in. So when I hit that time, any game usually, this is the time that, like, stuff starts to slow down, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. I really like the game. I want to keep playing it. This will be the last cast, by the way. I really like the game. I want to keep playing it, but I can't do it 2-3 times a week if we're going to make, well, we did a little better. The other tip came in, but you see my point? I got to play things people are going to want, and people are going to come and support, and, you know, some games, they work extra long-term. I would say the only chill game we played that worked extra long-term, probably Minecraft. Minecraft usually worked almost every time. There was a couple times when it was a little slow, but for the most part, Minecraft always seemed to work. Even Bassmaster.
Shut up, Phil. There. That's better. He said he has over 20 hours into this game, and he still doesn't know how to get home without riding into a wall of trees, or going the wrong way a few times. Maybe I'm expecting too much from a so-called professional, but that seems kinda lame, Phil.
And you can get a core audience that comes to support, and I don't know what happened with this one. And no, it wasn't just Jordan. That's ridiculous. Saying that is just completely false. Jordan was big and supportive of this game around like the first week. There was a night or two he tipped a lot, and then there was a night where he did a cheer war. But outside of that, like, he hasn't even been around for the last couple of Stardew Valley streams, and they were still doing good. So All right, everyone. So remember tomorrow, 2 new things. Kunitsugami, Path the Goddess on the first stream. Gonna check this Game Pass game out and see what it's all about. Hopefully it's good. The reviewers claim it is. And tomorrow night is Friday Night Fights, where I'm doing the lobby with Brian. There's gonna be a variety of characters played. It won't just be Bison. I'll play other characters too. And
Phil, maybe folks are just tired of hearing you talk about support so damn much while playing a boring game and complaining about former supporters. Not very chill or passive, in my book anyway. We'll be back to Raxo with the next video. He's been paint bombed, don't you know? See you soon, I hope, and have a blessed weekend.